to get us going. And here we go, final home game of the year for RU. Ojide Boyko wins the tap, and Fernils brings it up. The Urban Knights starting with the ball. First one goes to Christy from the corner, and she's perfect. Ojide Boyko splashes home the three, and the Urban Knights a much better offensive start than last time out against the Vulcans, where they made just one shot in the first quarter and only 1 3 in the entire game. Doing just that on their first possession as Kaupu backs down on Sifawi and can't score. Yasmin, the board, and Fernils brings it up. Gets a screen from Doherty and another screen from Ricard. Anna straight to the basket. Can't lay that one in. And now the Vulcans back up the floor. That's Hui. Over to Kawaha. And now Agonius in, and a foul. Kaupu is fouled there. Foul's going to go against Claire Ricard. First Urban Knights foul. First free throw missed there by Kaupu. 70% free throw shooter this season. Splits the pair, does the 5th best scorer in the Pac West. And the Vulcans are on the board. Ojide Boyko in the corner, drives, picks up the dribble. Nice big-to-big passing into Sifawi, and Yasmin is going to be fouled. Foul goes against Sua Godne. First on her, first on Hilo. Yasmin knocks down the first free throw. He's been the Urban Knights' leading scorer this season. And knocks down both of those free throws. 5-1 start for the Urban Knights. They scored only 4 points last time out against Hawaii Hilo in the first quarter. Already got 5 here in the first minute plus. Mid-range rimmed out there. Rebound loose. Still loose. And Yasmin comes up with the ball after the miss from Kawaha. And now Fernils is going to push using the speed and traveled. She dragged that pivot foot on the baseline. Game's first turnover. This is Kawaha bringing it up now for the Vulcans. Hui gets the screen. Driving on Ricard now. This is Kaupu. Guarded by Sifawi. Kaupu faded and fouled. Foul goes against Yasmin Sifawi, her second Urban Knights foul. And Kaupu will go to the free throw line. And right now, free throws from Kaylee Kaupu has been the offense for Hawaii Hilo in these first 2 minutes. She's now 3 of 4 on free throws. Anna Fernils up top to Doherty. Doherty, dribble handoff to Sifawi. Yasmin keeps the dribble alive, driving, backing down, and can't score. Ricard, offensive rebound, and she'll be fouled. Foul's going to go against Sua Godne, and that's going to be her second. So she's got both of the fouls for Hilo, and she'll be replaced by Melanie Hugh. Before Claire Ricard, the graduate, takes her first free throw attempt of the night. Claire now 2 of 5 on free throws this season. Second one good, so an even 3 of 6 for Claire Ricard on free throws this season. Splits the pair there to put the Urban Knights back up by 3. Here's Hui Hui. Had 18 points last time these two teams played. Cut off there by Ojide Boyko. Kaupu gets in the lane and rims that out. Fernils the rebound. Anna gets a pair of screens. They're trying to get to Doherty up top, but Anna gets all the way to the rim. Anna's first basket. There's a 3 from Kaupu, rims out. Fernils another rebound, and she's going to look to push again. But slows the tempo a little bit. Good seal inside. Ojide Boyko. Christy just rims that out. And the rebound last touched by her, and the Urban Knights come up empty on that possession. Jasmine Soto in for Hilo. Kawaha to the bench. Here is Soto. They swing it to Hui Hui. Gets past Ojide Boyko and straight to the rim. Not a lot of resistance on that drive there from Hui Hui. Made that look rather easy, did the freshman. Yasmin Sifawi now. Up top to Doherty. Fernils has it on the wing. Gets a ball screen there from Sifawi. There's Ricard. Driving, drawing the foul, and scoring. Claire Ricard finishing through the contact, and she'll get a chance for one more at the free throw line here. That foul on Hui Hui. As Revenga, Lufia Revenga, Maddie Morrow, and just the two of them for now check in. Anna Fernils and Amelia Doherty out. Kaira Tua Williams at the scores table to check in for Ricard. As Claire misses the free throw. Rebound, she gets her own. Drives and nearly scored again, but left that one on the rim. Kawaha back in for Hilo, along with Ingram in for the first time. Kawaha driving on Revenga. Ingram in the corner. The length of Ojide Boyko in front of her. Shot clock down to 6. Ingram's going to launch a corner 3, an air ball. And that's going to be a shot clock violation. And now Williams in for the Urban Knights. Ricard heads to the bench, but 3 points for the grad on senior night. Go along with a couple of rebounds and just 4 minutes to start. Ojide Boyko on the wing. Sifawi in the mid post, backing down, spinning, and makes that one look easy. Yasmin just powering down low for a basket. He's got 4 points, and the Urban Knights lead is now up to 7. Kawaha driving on Revenga. Now Ingram trying to back down on Ojide Boyko. Gets that one to go. Important basket there for the Vulcans, who hadn't scored a little over a couple minutes. As Morrow launching a 3. No, rebound. Secured by Ingram near that baseline. Nearly stepped out of bounds, but just towed the line to stay in. Trying to force feed Ingram. She saved it. Somehow Hugh was able to get to it. Now here's Soto driving on Williams. Missing. Ravenga, the rebound, had it knocked away by Soto from behind, but out of bounds. And that'll take us to a timeout.
System in the people you're going to...
Welcome back here to Kezar Pavilion out of the timeout. Urbanites, the ball and the 5-point lead. Been a much better start than the last time these two teams met. This is Williams for three. That one's still in, bouncing around. And we got a foul on Morrow trying to get to the rebound. But both teams just kind of let that ball sit there for a little bit. Thinking that was going to go out of bounds. It just would not. As Kira Mitchell's into the game for the first time for Academy of Art. Hui back in for Hilo. She brought it across the timeline and has the ball now, guarded by Kira Mitchell. And Hui for three. Misses that one. Williams the rebound. This is Lucia Ravenga. Getting it to Morrow. Maddie's going to drive. Kick out Williams. Feeds Sifawi in motion. Yasmin goes up strong. Not there. Second effort. No. Hui grabs the board. And she'll get a foul in the backcourt. It's going to go against Kira Mitchell. Her first, team's fourth, so next foul will put the Vulcans in the bonus with 3 minutes still to go here in the first quarter. Hui is going to try another three, and this time knock it down. That one looked like a higher degree of difficulty as Mitchell was right in her face, but a freshman unfazed there. 12-10 as Ravenga drives and missed that layup. Williams the rebound, and she'll be fouled inside, trying to get that ball away. Foul's going to go against Hui. That's going to be two on her. It'll be Hui is going to check out with those two fouls. Ingram also will check out. A bit of confusion there on the Hilo side as to who was coming in and out there, but it's Agonius back in, along with Kaupu as Sifawi shoots over her and misses. Soto grabs the board, and she wants to try to take this all the way. Good defense from Kaire Tua Williams. And Maddie Morrow gets the board and runs it back the other way. These two teams playing up and down right now. Ravenga to Williams. Sifawi looked like she had a size mismatch in the post. Now Ravenga's going to drive and draw the foul. Foul's going to go against Kawaha. First personal, fifth team foul. Was a shooting foul anyway, but Urbanites now firmly in the bonus as Lucia Ravenga will shoot two free throws. Lucia on the season at 58% from the charity stripe. Good on that first one. Rims out the second. Fight for the rebound. That one goes off of Kaupu. And the hustle there from Mitchell earns RU another possession. As Christy, Ojide, and Boyko will return to the floor. Mitchell will sit Ricard back into the game for Sifawi. Some senior subs coming on as Williams gets it into Morrow. Maddie gets some space, elbow jumper, short. Kawaha the rebound. Kawaha. Now Soto over to Hugh. Hugh kicks it out. Agonius spin move, pushes Ricard to the ground and then scores. And Hilo's complaining that they wanted a foul there, but it was Claire Ricard who was sent to the floor there. Hilo's closed the gap all the way down to 1. Nice feed inside from Morrow to Williams, who lays it up and in. Little New Zealand connection there. The Urbanites' second basket in their last 10 shot attempts. Ended would have been a 7-1 run the last 3.5 minutes. As that one's blocked by Ravenga. Stuffs the shot attempt from Agonius, and now Luthia brings it up for Art U as we're into the final minute of the first quarter. Ojide Boyko is going to launch another 3, just rimming that out. Kaupu the rebound, and Kawaha will bring it up. As the scoreboard, which had gone out on the first time out, looking a little funky right now. That clock has definitely jumped around time-wise. No one seems to have noticed, though, as it's now down to 21. Shot clock is off. (15-14), the Urbanites with the ball here, 10 seconds to go. Morrow at 7 will launch the 3, and that's an air ball with 4.3 remaining in the first quarter. Ferniels and Doherty check back in for the Urbanites. Ingram and Hui in for the Vulcans. So Hilo with 4 seconds to try to snatch the lead at the end of the quarter. Soto from way downtown just ticked iron. And that'll do it for a competitive first quarter of the Urbanites. As we start the second quarter, Academy of Art with the 1-point lead. Hilo starts the second quarter with the ball as Hui is guarded by Ojide Boyko. Christy crossed up there. Hui couldn't finish, but the rebound right to Agonius, who was going to draw the foul on the offensive rebound. And for the first time, it looks like Alba Rovira Ayuso is going to check in here. Foul goes on Kairi Atua Williams, who subs out after committing that foul. First Urbanites foul of the quarter. Agonius now with 2 free throws to try to put Hilo in front. Ties the game there. Hilo on the floor with Agonius, Ingram, Suagodene, who's got those 2 fouls. Soto and Hui. Urbanites with Ferniels, Ricard, Ojide Boyko, Doherty, and Rovira Ayuso. Pair of screens for Ferniels, who gets downhill. Ojide Boyko didn't like the mid-range. He drives instead, has that shot blocked. The Urbanites are going to keep it as Hui and Ojide Boyko had a little exchange there after that shot. Alba needs to get the ball in, does, finds Ricard. Doherty on Hui. Now Ferniels splits the defenders, lays that one up and in. Tough shot there from Anna Ferniels, driving through between 3 defenders there to put the Urbanites back ahead. And wide open in transition is Ingram. And the Urbanites fortunate she didn't knock down that open 3. As Rovira Ayuso and the Urbanites will push it off the miss. Ricard driving out to Ojide Boyko. Doherty wants it in the post on Soto. Spins, lays it up and in. They've been trying to get Amelia a basket all night, and she created her own opportunity there in the post for the easy one as Hui has that pass deflected. Ball loose on the ground. Picked up by Godinay, who scores. (19-18). Ferniels nearly picked up the dribble there. Doherty has it on the wing now. Amelia picked up the dribble out. Ferniels, shot clock at 7. Anna launches a 3. That one doesn't fall for her. Soto and the Vulcans bring it up with a chance to go back in front as Ricard commits the foul on the baseline. It's going to be the second on Claire Ricard, second on the Urbanites, as we've got a whole lot of substitutions here. Sifawi, Ravenga, and Mitchell in for Ricard, Ferniels, and Ojide Boyko. For the Urbanites, Hugh Kaupu and Kawaha back in for Hawaii Hilo, as Kawaha will inbound it to Kaupu. Now Hugh up top with it. Down for Kaupu, who's backing down on Sifawi. The fader is good, as we've lost one of the scoreboards. 20-19 now. Hawaii Hilo in the lead. Ravenga out to Doherty. Amelia backing down out to Ravira Ayuso. Alba still yet to get a shot off. Doherty out to Alba. Corner three is good. Nice find there from Doherty to Ravira Ayuso. It's wide open in that corner and splashed in the three ball. Kaupu finds herself open. Misses that one front rim. Mitchell grabs the board. Urbanites with the stop. Venga out to Ravira Ayuso. Gets her defender in the air. Sifawi from the foul line is good. Nice feed from Alba. And Yasmin just calmly knocked down that foul line. Jay. As there's Agonia scoring, 24-22. Urbanites right now shooting 4 of 6 in the second quarter, but Hilo so far has been able to keep pace. As here's Doherty from beyond the arc. Missing, and Mitchell couldn't quite grab the offensive rebound there. As Violet Stutz is going to check in for the first time for Art U. Soto back in for Hilo. Vulcans bring the ball up here, trailing by 2. Kawaha guarded by Ravenga. Stutz and Mitchell closely guarding that screen. Soto into Kaupu, had that knocked away by Alba, but kept it. Shot clock at 6. Kaupu gets inside, shoots over Mitchell. No, the rebound secured by Sifawi on the baseline. Urbanites get a stop, have a chance to extend the lead here now. Ravira Ayuso backing down. Alba, the fader, is blocked. And Kaupu brings it up for the Vulcans. Soto drives at Ravira Ayuso and lays it up and in to tie the game. 24 all. Mitchell into Sifawi. Yasmin couldn't find the angle there. Urbanites haven't scored in over a minute and a half. As there's Soto penetrating, had that shot blocked, but apparently a foul inside. Foul goes on Lucia Ravenga. That'll be her first. As we've lost the left scoreboard entirely. That scoreboard has had trouble the entire day. The shot clock on that side is also down, so depending on what's going on with that, we might have a bit of a delay. On the other side of this break,
our communities, for our causes.
Back here at Kezar, where we'll have 2 free throws here for Jasmine Soto, who's got a chance to put Hawaii Hilo back in the lead as the scoreboard is back on. And Soto good on the first free throw. Soto, the 10th best free thrower among qualified shooters. in the Pac West at just about 78% this season. Splits the pair there, but the offensive rebound to Ingram. Hilo a chance to extend their lead further on this possession as Hui gets into the paint. A lot of contact there as Alba Rovira Ayuso grabs the rebound. Ravenga, the screen there from Sifawi. Rovira Ayuso to Sifawi, top of the key. Yasmin driving, finishing through the contact there. A lot of contact there from Sua Godinez, who's already got those 2 fouls. But Yasmin unbothered. She puts the Urbanites back ahead. And I think we have a shot clock issue. So reset the shot clock to 27. So it was only down to 29. Just under 4 minutes to go before halftime. Urbanites the 1-point lead. Here's Hui. The Hugh blocked by Mitchell. The offensive rebound and the reload 3 by Ingram. Two-point lead here for the Vulcans, their largest lead of the night so far. Violet Stutz driving the baseline, has that shot blocked, but she's fouled. Foul goes against Hugh. First Hilo foul in the second quarter. As Agonius back into the game, Sua Godinez will sit down. Violet Stutz has 2 free throws to potentially tie the game here. First one good for Violet. 57% from the free throw line in her freshman season. But knocks down the 2 there to tie the game at 28. Both teams made 5 field goals as Hui just rims out that 3 and a 3-pointer in this quarter. It's 1 extra free throw made by Hawaii Hilo as Ravenga gets in and lays that up. Soto drives past Mitchell, kicks it out to Hui. Ingram already hit 1 3 this time. She'll penetrate, and that one out of bounds off her foot as Kaupu will come in to replace Ingram after the turnover. Both teams have matched their first quarter totals here in the second quarter. 15-14 in both quarters as the Urbanites turn it over there. Miscommunication there with Stutz and Rovira Ayuso as Kawaha is back in for Soto. Kiretua Williams will check in for Alba here. (30-28) as we're under 2.5 remaining in this first half. It's been well played, a lot more closely contested than the first matchup between these two squads. Baseline drive, they get it out to Kawaha. Kaupu for the lead, misses everything. Williams, the board. Urbanites have done a good job defending the three-point line so far. So Ravenga gets in, looking for some contact there that she's not going to get. Hugh trapped on the baseline, gets it out to Hui. Hui gets around Mitchell, drives, blocked by Mitchell, and a foul. Oh, and I don't know about that one. Looked like Kira got that cleanly. So take another look. Full speed, it's hard to tell, but it looked like good clean block there from Kira, who picks up her second personal. Hui good on that first free throw. 67% this year for the freshman, who scored 18 points last time out against the Urbanites, went 6 of 8 on free throws in that game. Knocks down both free throws to tie the game. Christy Ojide Boyko back in for the Urbanites. Ingram back for the Vulcans. Tie game with just a minute and a half remaining here in the first half. They cycle it around. Sifawi, pump fake, driving. Out to Ojide Boyko. Christy driving, cut off. Out to Sifawi. Yasmin for three. Rims that one out. Rebound loose. Ingram comes up with it. Both teams struggling a bit offensively their last few possessions, but there's another three from Ingram. Second three for Erica Ingram, and it gives Hilo their largest lead of the night at 3. Williams into Christie. Tied up, knocked away there by Kaupu. Now Kawaha. Up top, Ingram who's had the hot hand here. Kawaha from the NBA line rims that one out. About a 1 second difference between the game clock and the shot clock, as that left scoreboard continues to have some issues. Urbanites can basically run out the half here if they want to. Ravenga has it with 10 on the shot clock. Stutz, contested three, short. Rebound to Ingram. Hilo at 2. Half-court shot is nowhere close, and that'll do it for the first half. So, after leading for the Urbanites, who will start the second half with the ball. As hopefully the scoreboard will hold up. They took a look at it during halftime. It appears to be okay. The Urbanites return their starters to the floor. Ferniels plus the 4 seniors. Starters on the floor for Hilo as Ferniels gets right to the basket. Scores over Sua Godinay. 32-33. But the Urbanites have been much better offensively in this game so far against Hilo than they were last time. The defense, though, has slipped a little bit. As there is Kaupu getting to the rim and scoring. Kaupu had 14 last time these two teams met. Ojide Boyko held the ball for a minute at the wing now, hands it off to Ferniels. Kicks out Sifawi, corner 3. Yasmin misses. Christie grabs the offensive rebound. Tries to feed that inside to Yasmin. That pass just wasn't there. Fourth Urbanites turnover. It's been a good game in the way of those as both teams turn it over on back-to-back possessions. Just a second Hilo turnover there on the travel from Kaupu. Anna Ferniels gets a double screen there, finds the mid-range and rims it in. Good offense there from the Urbanites. Anna's now got 8. Joining Yasmin Sifawi with 8. Atop the leaderboard for the Urbanites tonight. Here's Agonius cut off on the baseline. Kaupu, tough catch there, driving on Sifawi and is fouled. Foul by Yasmin, goes down as her second. First foul of the second half. Kaupu, 3 of 4 on free throws for the 70% free throw shooter, who's 5th in the Pac West in scoring at 15.9 a game this season. It's also 9th in rebounding and 5th in field goal percentage. Is the 5th-year senior from Kalualoa, Hawaii. Having a good year in her final season. So again, they're going to send Doherty and Ojide Boyko to screen for Fernils. They get it into Christy. Mid-post, she feeds it to Doherty, who had that one knocked away. The Vulcans get the steal and bring it back the other way. As there's Hui trying to score. Unable to do so, and Fernils back the other way for the Urbanites. Driving on Hui, who's got 2 fouls. Anna could not score. And is that out of bounds? No, it's going to be a foul on Yasmin on the rebound. Be the 3rd foul on Yasmin Sifawi. That's going to get Kira Mitchell up off the bench and into the game. Kira also with 2 fouls, so 2 of the Urbanites better defenders in foul trouble. We'll see how long Kira can hold with those 2 fouls. Hui guarded by Ojide Boyko. Now Kuupu inside. Agonius draws a little reach-in foul and scores. Foul on Fernils, her first 3rd on the Urbanites. And Agonius now. The in-one opportunity as Lufia Ravinga comes on to replace Fernils. Three-point play complete. Lead now up to 6. There's Ravinga now running the same play that Fernils was running. Amelia Doherty out to Ricard. Full head of steam out to Ravinga. Lufia splits the defenders. Nice step around and layup. Excuse me, for Lufia Ravinga. Ends a 5-0 run for Hilo, who had been starting to assert themselves. Now Kuupu driving on Ojide Boyko and scores again. Kuupu now with 13 to lead all scorers tonight on 4 of 10. Ravinga, Ricard, Doherty. Now Lufia driving the baseline. Up top, Doherty. Shot clock at 7. Amelia out to Ravinga. Lufia is going to have to put one up, and she misses. Some contact there, but it was definitely a forced shot that had to be thrown up. As here's Hui missing that one out of bounds to the Urbanites. Coach David Kaneshiro looking for a foul there. Might have been right to ask for one. Williams and Stutz will check in for the Urbanites. Ricard and Doherty take a rest here. 5:51 to go in the 3rd quarter. Urbanites shooting 3 of 6. In this 3rd, as they nice pick and roll there from Ravinga to Ojide Boyko, who scores through the contact. And 1 for Christy. That foul goes against Sua Godene. That's going to be the 3rd on Lagi. First Vulcans foul as Christy now. Her first free throw. And she rims it in. 3-point play there for Christy. As Sua Godene out. Ingram had checked in at the last dead ball as Kuupu replaces Sua Godene. Freshman Hui handles for the Vulcans. Gets it back from Ingram at the top of the key. This is Hugh, nearly lost it. Hui guarded by Williams. Now Kaupu backing down on Mitchell. The fader isn't there. But there is Christy for the rebound. It's been an even third quarter so far as Ravenga drives and just couldn't quite get the friendly bounce there. Now Soto. Hilo swings it around to Ingram, who had a hot first half. 3 of 5, 2 of 4 on threes. Now Hui shooting over Williams. The freshman is good there. Keanu Marie Hui, 12 points per game in her freshman season. Ravenga out to Mitchell in the corner. Williams up top gets the screen from Mitchell. Feeds to the cutting Ravenga. Lufia scores. Jesse Clark wants a foul there. Looked like there was some contact. Urban Knights now 5 of 10 to start the third quarter. Hui getting inside again. This time can't finish. Kira Mitchell on the rebound. Urban Knights have a chance to tie the game here. Or cut it to 1. Ojide Boyko has it on the wing. Waiting for a cutter. Here's Ravenga. Out to Stutz. Violet kicks it out. Ravenga to tie it. A little bit short there, but Lufia first to the ball. And there's the foul that Jesse Clark was looking for that whole offensive possession. And it goes on Kira Mitchell. And she's talking to the referee about a couple missed opportunities there. And instead, the Urban Knights getting an. Back here at Kezar Pavilion, 3:26 to go, third quarter. Urban Knights trailing by 3 after that third foul on Kira Mitchell. Also the 4th Urban Knights team foul, so Hilo 1 foul away from getting themselves in the bonus. And the free throw line has been a comfortable place for the Vulcans tonight as Williams called for the foul there, trying to knock that pass away in the post. And that's going to be the 5th team foul on the Urban Knights, and it's going to send Kaupu to the free throw line for free throws 14 and 15 for the Vulcans, who shot 24 free throws the last time these two teams played. Kaupu misses that first free throw. You believe in the great philosopher Rasheed Wallace. I think that might be a bit of a ball don't lie situation, but the free throw split, so the Vulcans still do get a point out of it. Ravenga, the screen there from Williams. Cross court, Christy, 3, missed. Ricard, the offensive rebound, and she is fouled, trying to fight for that rebound. Foul's going to go against Ingram. That'll be her first, just the second Hawaii Hilo team foul here in the third quarter. Inbound it to Ojide Boyko. Christy had that one stolen by Kaupu as Christy was looking to pass that. And now Kawaha will handle it. Up to Agonius, cut off by Ravenga. Ingram hasn't put up a shot here in the second half yet. And they turn it over right into my hands. Pretty smooth catch by me, if I do say so myself. Just the third turnover for Hawaii Hilo in the game, second of the half. Williams, as that's a foul there, fighting through the screen on Hugh. Sent Ojide Boyko to the ground. Third team foul, second foul on Hugh. as we need a bit of a wipe here on the court where Christy fell. That's going to enough time to get Alba Rovira Ayuso into the game for the Urban Knights. Alba in the first half had 3 points, 3 rebounds, and an assist. Just 7 first half minutes. Is Hilo also going to make a sub? Hui's going to check in. Ingram will make her way back to the bench. 20 on the shot clock here for the Urban Knights. Haven't scored in 2 minutes. They trail by only 4 despite that. Nice feed from Williams to Boyko, who reverses that one up and in. Beautiful find from Kaka to Christy. Deficit down to 2. Urban Knights have not led since they led 30-29 with 1:36 to go in the first half. And still not quite going to get there as the lead back up to 4 for Hilo. Nice give and go. Ravenga and Ojide Boyko. Spanish connection there. Back to 2. Let's see if the Urban Knights can get a stop on this end. Kaupu backing down on Rovira Ayuso. Spinning and missing. Rebounding. Foul on the Vulcans. Foul goes against Agonius. Her first, 4th Hilo foul of the third quarter. As David Kaneshiro livid after that foul. Referee giving him a warning down the court. Very close to picking up a technical. Urban Knights a chance to tie or take the lead here. Williams cut off. Out to Ravenga. Lucia behind the back dribble out to Christy. Fakes the 3, drives. Ojide Boyko blocked inside by Kaupu. Final minute. Baseline drive. We got a block there from Ravenga. And then on the second chance, Agonia scores. Both coaches starting to express a little bit more frustration with the referees the last couple minutes. 5-second difference between the game clock and the shot clock. Alba picked up the dribble. Outlets it to Stutz. Williams feeds it inside to Ravenga. Easy lay. Kairi Atua Williams has had a couple assists here late in this quarter that have been quite pretty to admire. As here's Hui trying to get the last shot of the quarter off, and she draws the foul on Ojide Boyko. Foul on Christy is her first, and it's going to give Hui a chance to push the lead back to 4 to close the quarter. There's a lot more chirping going on between these sides and the officials as Hui misses that free throw. Her first free throw miss. Just 2 points in the second half so far for Hui, who splits the free throws. Urban Knights have a second to get a full court heave off, and they will not. And so that'll close an even third quarter. The Urban Knights trailed by 3 at the half. They trail by 3. 10 minutes to go from Kezar Pavilion in the last Urban Knights home game of the season. Senior night here on this Monday. Hilo starts the fourth quarter with the ball. Cycle it around to Hugh. Cut off by Stutz. Now this is Hui. Guarded by Ojide Boyko. Gets around her. Hui's floater is good. They open the third quarter with an easy one. Urban Knights going for Christy, who just can't handle that pass. 9th Urban Knights turnover. Both teams shot at least 50% in that third quarter. Neither team made a 3. Urban Knights, though, turned it over 4 times in that quarter, more than they had in the entire first half. Sua Godinez inside Kaupu, who can't score on Williams, who's called for the foul, and Kairi Atua is upset because I think she thinks her last 2 fouls have been unjustly called, and that one looked like pretty good defense from my vantage point. It's the 3rd foul on Williams and an early first team foul on the Urban Knights as Kaupu now 7 of 9 on free throws for 15 points. 3 double-digit scorers for the Vulcans in this one. Kaupu, Hui, and Agonius leading the way. It's a 3-0 start to the quarter on 2 possessions. Stutz with it now. Ravira Ayuso for 3. Nearly banked that one in. Let's reset the lineups here. The Urban Knights with Ravinga, Stutz, Williams, Mitchell, and Ravira Ayuso. Hui driving. And she'll be fouled by Ravira Ayuso there. First foul on Alba. 2 now fouls on the Urban Knights. Hilo opens the 4th with Kaupu, Hui, Sua Godinez, Soto, and Hugh. So there's Hui knocking down the free throw. And that's really where the difference in this game right now is the free throw line. Urban Knights 7 of 10. But after shooting 7 free throws in the first quarter, have shot just 3 free throws since. Meanwhile, Hawaii Hilo has shot at least 4 free throws in every quarter, and they're now 16 of 21. Lead has been pushed up to 8. Ravira Ayuso at 6. Tough shot there. But somehow Ravenga gets the offensive board. Second effort isn't good, but we're going to have a foul on the 3rd offensive rebound. The Urban Knights get another shot at it. As that foul given to Kaupu. First foul on Kaupu. They're going to rule this a shooting foul. And they've talked about it and decided that it was indeed on the rebound. So I think that was the right call there by the officials, but a bit awkward to have everyone set up for free throws and then call it back. Shot clock down to 10. Williams, good look at a 3, and she splashes it in. Kairi Atua Williams knocks down the 3, and Jesse Clark calls time. Wants to talk it over and try another timeout after the 3 from Kairi Atua Williams. Hawaii Hilo with the ball. They've got Kawaha back in the game. Urban Knights get Christy Ojide Boyko back in. And Ravenga steals that. Luthia brings it up, feeds it to the running Williams. He's going to pull it out, but the Urban Knights will take the turnover. This is the 4th turnover by Hawaii Hilo as Ravenga gets a couple of screens up top. Stutz for 3, just rims that out. Rebound secured by Williams, but she saved it right to Sua Godinez. Kawaha to Sua Godinez now. Soto. She's got the big Mitchell on her. And then a lost ball there from Kaupu. Back-to-back turnovers for Hilo. Urban Knights couldn't take advantage of the last one. See if they can put some points on the board here. Ravenga cross-court pass. Williams corner 3. Back iron. Rebound again to Sua Godinez. Two teams locked in a stalemate the last couple times down the floor as Soto can't finish over Stutz. Stutz first to the ball there. I think think Jesse Clark maybe wanted his team to run that a bit more than they did, as that pass forced inside there. Stutz couldn't handle it. As Hilo gets ready, about 3 subs, 1 sub ready for the Urban Knights. Williams, a body bump there. Soto, step back from the mid-range, air balls. A rebound, saved, but right to Williams, and Kaka traveled. Got caught in between there. Got a whole lot of subs coming in. First for the Urban Knights, it's Fernils and Sifawi. And then for the Vulcans, it's Ingram off the turnover. It'll be Hilo's basketball with that 5-point lead. The game has been scoreless for 2 minutes. Hilo's been scoreless for 2:46. Haven't had a basket either way since Kairi Atua-Williams hit that 3-pointer with 8 minutes to go in the game. Hugh out to Hui. Ingram thought about the 3, gets around Sifawi, and loses that one out of bounds. No, they're going to say it was deflected by the Urban Knights. And I don't know about that. It's the nearest official taking a gander at the Hilo supporters, who've been riding this officiating crew hard all night. Sua Godine cut off by Ojide Boyko. And that's an offensive foul on Agonius. Driving right into the chest of Fernils, who took that one. Second foul on Agonius, second team foul. Game now scoreless for 2:20 as that one blocked by Hui, who had something to say about it. Freshman having a big game tonight again against the Urban Knights. Yasmin guarding Agonius, who's got the speed advantage. Gets around Yasmin, they kick it out. Hui, corner 3, air balls. Rebound taken by Hilo. Ingram gets the shot off, it hits rim. The second rebound out of bounds. Just barely getting that off was Ingram. Stuck on 55-50 since 8 minutes remained in the game. We're now inside of 5 minutes. Fernils out to Ojide Boyko. They get it down to Sifawi. Yasmin turns, can't hit the hook. Mitchell got a piece of that rebound, but Agonius was able to bring it out of the pack. Agonius driving, tough shot, and we're going to get a foul on Mitchell, I believe, and if that is on Kira Mitchell, that's going to be her 4th personal. 3rd team foul, so that is the 4th foul on Kira Mitchell, as Kaupu and Kawaha set to come back in for Hilo. Kairi Atua-Williams will check back in for Mitchell with those 4 fouls. As Agonius will shoot 2 free throws to try to end a 4-minute, 16-second scoreless drought for the Vulcans. And she can't do it. That's her first free throw miss of the night. Had been 3 of 3. Agonius, who's 15 points, tied with Kaupu to lead all scorers. And both free throws missed, so the game now still scoreless for 3.5 minutes. Fernils gets it to Sifawi on the roll. Ojide Boyko lost the ball on the dribble. Christy somehow saved it to Sifawi. Shot clock down to 12. Fernils tried to get that into Sifawi, knocked away. Fernils at 7, driving. Kicks it out to Stutz. Stutz is going to have to put this one up. She drives. She does put it up, and we got a shot clock violation. This game getting pretty physical on both sides down the stretch, as Maddie Morrow will check in for Stutz. 3.5 minutes since we last had a basket. It's 55-50 still. Hugh into Sua Godinez. Hui driving on Fernils, gets it in. And that one is blocked. It looked like we had maybe a phantom whistle there. But that was definitely a clean block there by Sifawi. Still stuck on 55-50. Williams backs down, turns and scores. So Kairi Atua-Williams, it's been about 3.5 minutes since her last basket. And she's had the last 2 baskets of the game about 4 minutes, almost 4 minutes apart. Timeout. Back here at Kezar Pavilion. 52-55 our score. Hilo hasn't scored in 5.5 minutes. Urban Knights, though, in that time have only made up a few points as Sifawi is going to be called for the foul running through the screen. That foul on Yasmin is going to be her 4th and the 4th on the team. And that's put the Urban Knights in a dangerous spot here where Hilo can once again start a parade to the free throw line, possibly down the stretch. Kaupu is going to draw the foul there on Ojide Boyko. As the two of them just kind of bumped knees there, but it sent Kaupu to the ground, and she's going to get 2 free throws out of that. Foul on Christy is just her 2nd. So the leading scorer for the Vulcans, the 5th leading scorer in the Pac West, still unable to break the drought. 5:46 of game play that the Vulcans are without a single point. And there is the first point in nearly 6 minutes. It's a 6-5 4th quarter. Hilo, despite being scoreless for nearly 6 minutes, is still winning the quarter. Fernils driving out to Ojide Boyko. Christy draws the foul and scores. Christy draws the foul on Kaupu. And with a free throw, can cut the deficit down to 1. Urban Knights have trailed by as many as 8. They have not led since the first half nor been tied. Christy 1 of 1 on free throws tonight on her senior night. Baker 2 of 2 now for 11 points. 3 rebounds, 2 assists, and a steal. Christy guards Hui, the freshman, handling in these crucial moments for the Vulcans. As that shot missed, rebound Fernils. The Urban Knights can take the lead here. Jesse Clark imploring his team to push the ball up the floor. Anna thought about the 3, looked like she had some room. Sifawi drives into a crowd and she draws a foul. Foul's going to go against Sua Godinez. That'll be her 4th. And fourth team foul is Yasmin now will go to the free throw line. 1 to tie, 2 for the first lead of the second half for the Urban Knights. First free throw good from Yasmin. Now the second to put the Knights ahead. Not there. Ojide Boyko nearly got that rebound. 2 minutes to go, and we are tied here at this 100-year-old building. Sua Godinez into Kaupu. Kaupu is fouled. Fouled by Ojide Boyko. 3rd foul on Christy. And before the free throws, Jessie Clark is going to take a timeout. Kaupu to the free throw line now. 8 of her 16 points have come from the free throw line for the transfer from Division I UC Irvine, who won a Big West Conference Tournament championship last year with the Anteaters in her final season there. Splits the pair. Rebound knocked away by Sua Godine, but the one free throw good for Kaupu. And the Vulcans back on top. The tie was short-lived. The Urbanites still have not led since the second quarter. Fernils gets a pair of screens. Inside to Ojide Boyko, and a clear-cut foul there on Kaupu. Third personal on Kaylee Kaupu, as Lucia Ravenga will check back into the game for Maddie Morrow. So Christy Ojide Boyko, same situation that Yasmin Sifawi was in. Just about 30 seconds ago. 1 to tie, 2 for the lead for the Spanish senior. And Christy nails on the first one. Does she have the second one here for the lead? Again, no. 57-57. These two teams ever so slightly inching forward on the scoreboard right now. Hui, guarded by Ojide Boyko up top to Sua Godine. They get it down to Agonius. Guarded by Fernils. Up top, Hui. Shot clock at 4. Hui is going to have to do it to beat the shot clock. That 3 missed. Rebound. We got a foul on the rebound on Fernils. Knocked that rebound away from Agonius. Now Kirsten Agonius to the free throw line to try to take the lead. As another stern conversation coming from one of the officials. As the left scoreboard has lost the bottom half. The top half still going, but the portion that has the fouls and the timeouts no longer working. As Kaneshiro will take a timeout after the made free throws. Kaupu, Sua Godine, Kawaha, and Agonius for the Vulcans. As that left clock, the timing is weird. Williams missed the spinner there. Urbanites need a stop here. Don't need to foul yet. Agonius, guarded by Ravenga. Lucia gets up tight. Agonius gets by. Kawaha. Shot clock at 6. Agonius driving. Stolen by Fernils. Shot clock is off, but the Urbanites got to go here. Defender falls down. Williams inside. Misses the shot to tie. Ravenga the rebound. And she is fouled. Foul committed by Kawaha. Lucia Ravenga, the sophomore from Madrid, at the free throw line, needing both of these to tie the game. First one missed. But the Urbanites with 2 timeouts. So they can really extend this 12.2 regardless of the result here. Second free throw good. And the last timeout taken by Hilo. The Urbanites need to commit. You would expect to be defending the inbound. It's going to be Christy Ojide Boyko to defend the ball. And they want to get it to Hui. They get it to Kawaha, who's fouled by Williams. So it'll be Kawaha, who's yet to take a free throw tonight. They'll try to push the lead up to 3 for the Vulcans. Mindy Kawaha, 75% free throw shooter on the season. Can expect Jesse Clark to take a timeout, make or miss on the second one, as the first one is good for Kawaha. Second one to push the lead up to 3 is good. Jesse Clark takes the timeout, and have played well enough to win. We'll see if they can pull even here in the final seconds. Sifawi for 3, misses. Ojide Boyko the rebound. Christy back up and in. Some extra time looked like it ran off the clock there. They might add half a second or two. See if they allow the substitution of Mitchell. It's 3.6 on the game clock. Mitchell in to defend the inbounds. The Urbanites with 1 timeout remaining. Got to stay tight to a player here. They get it in. Foul committed. 2.1 to go. It's going to be Agonius, the free throw shooter. Foul committed, I believe, by Kairi Atua Williams. I'm not quite sure, because that would have been the 5th on Kaka. But it seems as though she was not charged with that foul. Agonius makes the first. The Urbanites will take a timeout, make or miss here. And they'll try to tie the game. As there is the timeout. Agonius, cold as ice. 2 seconds. They set foot on the court here in San Francisco. Morrow needs to get one off, and the Urbanites don't get a shot off. And that is how this one comes to an end.